Kitchen gamers, the Aquarion update has been here for some days now, and there have been some mixed opinions about it. I have played many games with them now, and I think that I'm ready to show you my way to play them. In this game you will get to see expanding correctly and picking the right choices, how to control the water with sharks, and how to close out the game with different units. If you want to learn more, you should consider liking this video as well as subscribe not to miss anything. Now let's enjoy this game here. Alright, looking at this game here, we are starting as Aquarion here, my opponent as Samanti in the northern corner, and let's take a look. They start first, and let's analyze without replay fog. We can see that there's actually quite a lot of ruins on my side of the map. There's 2 of them, 3 of them on their side of the map. Nothing too spectacular in terms of ruins. In terms of villages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in that case, they would be kind of favored, but they have fewer ruins, so that's kind of equal. And this ruin is probably going to give us one of these lost cities, so kind of an equal trade here in terms of resources and such. Although they do have better mycelium spots and such, so they will be favored over the long term. But yeah, let's just take a look at how all of this unfolded. First couple of moves are kind of the normal ones, I would say. Nothing too interesting with that, so I'll just leave that here. They don't find a village on turn 2, so that is unfortunate for them. And we do find villages here. They get riding really early on. We get org, which is really nice because it allows me to upgrade 3 cities, which is really rare as far as I've experienced. Let's turn on the replay fog again. You can see that they are going to start spamming riders and such, or hexapods. And we are going to be very slow in upgrading our cities. Still think that Aquarion could start with the aquaculture technology, which would allow it to, you know, be a bit more assertive, especially since they are kind of the one tribe that has this tech. They could also start with aquatism, which sounds kind of overpowered to me, or just riding is fine as well. But I like the idea of them starting with aquaculture because it leads to aquatism, and this is kind of their special thing now. It's pretty small, but it is something, you know. Take a workshop, nothing too spectacular here. They get hunting and organization, which is a hefty investment, but they can start upgrading all of their cities a lot with all of those technologies. I get a lot of workshops in this game, and I'll tell you why. It is because I want to focus on my economy and allow myself to basically get going and try to overwhelm my opponent in the mid game. Because even though I didn't know it at the time, against Samanti you need to get into a decently late part of the game. Riding is always a good technology to get. Opponent here takes an explorer. They see that ruin. They see another ruin. See a lot of villages over there. And they take another explorer. And what I don't understand is why they did that. Because if you get an explorer with Samanti, it can't go over water at all. So that's, I guess they were hoping to meet me, but they didn't, and they kind of wasted some stars on that, but there's nothing too interesting on that. What is really interesting is this little section over here. It will be a focus point for them to push through units, because this is the place that they can build a bridge. and the other sections of the map will be less interesting to them because, well, that would mean naval combat, and even though I've complained about it a couple of times now, Aquarions should be the one winning the naval combat. And you'll see what I mean with that. Yep, resources. They just upgrade all of their cities. Like I said before, they had the economy to do that now. We get waterways just a turn too early because I can't upgrade my capital with it. Just a small misplay on my behalf. They get more resources, they get climbing. I see why, just to get that ruin, but they could have waited a turn, I guess. I guess not. They wanted to get their discount on. It's just 1-star discount though. Upgrade that city, pick up workshop. Look at that bad economy here. Turn 9, 14 stars per turn. Ooh. They are walking a lot with this shaman. Really fun to see that they are trying to waddle all the way over here to keep track of all of their other units and keep boosting them. See a ruin here as well as that lighthouse, which allows me to upgrade my capital. And this ruin is in kind of a situation where I don't want it to be because I don't want to get an explorer here, so I need to prime it, which I will do. Get fishing, just upgrade some more cities. Get an atoll. Really, atolls are just really great actually. I don't think that they're overpowered or anything. They're just pretty nice to link up a lot of cities at once. Get our explorer here. Get some decent vision so that we know what's going on and that we need to get defending on this section of the map. And what to do here is take another workshop. This city is absolutely stacked to the brim with aqua crops. Really nice, really good to get going. They get population from that ruin. They go for the population growth. They get their first super unit there, and they get another one over there. Pretty scary. Looking at their economy, it's much better than mine. But we get going on marine life, and that allows me to go and get all of these starfish. Now that we know that we will probably be the first ones to get there, we can grab all of these, which will be a nice boost to our economy. Take a workshop, get some resources over there. Pretty nice. Our economies are doing pretty equally now. They keep leveling up all of their cities a lot, which, you know, that is something you can do, but I would definitely have focused more on pescatism. What they are doing right now is okay, but if you can get onto the water before Aquarion has a decent army built up, you should be able to win this game. We get aquaculture and we grab that city. Now we are 8 to 8 cities on the map, which is fine, I hope. We see that boosted hexapod taking that village. We can get it off, but still not great to see. And they go for border growth quite a lot of times here. And the reason that you would want to do that is so that you can focus on building a lot of algae all over the place so that you can walk over them and just crush me and hinder my movement. Do some more linking with atolls. And I think that I get my first crab going somewhere around here. No? I get aquatism from this ruin, which is really nice. This is not the crab turn. Oh, here I get started with sharks, and I've been talking about sharks and them needing 15 HP. And against a lot of tribes, yes, or they need escape or something. Because 8 stars to fight against units that are pretty cheap, like amphibians, it's just not worth it. It's just a terrible trade. They are really expensive, but against these Reichi over here, they are actually fine. Oop. They get a swordsman. You get another explorer, which is just a waste. I don't know why you would go for an explorer there, it just does nothing. But their economy is cooking. It doobie cooking. And they start eliminating a lot of my units. And these sharks are actually going to come in clutch. I get navigation from that other ruin. I got lots of lucky things here. Really not deserved, but I was kind of getting done with all of this Aquarion stuff. It's just not a great tribe. It's not Kiku. Here I got my crab. I love crabs, man. They're just so versatile now. Back in the day, they were so bad. But now they're just great. Get another crab. Some more units. And this is the part where the battle actually starts happening. We see here that they are trying to focus a lot of units onto this point where, as I said before, but they also want to go ahead and try to get another front going, because if they can, you know, redirect a lot of my units to this section of the map, then we can't win both of them, especially since they have a better economy. And there they go with the land bridge. Get hydrology, yeah, they can kill that, and bam, bridge, almost to these cities here, really dang close. And I've learned from my mistake, I don't want to get spearing anymore against Samanti, so I just don't. I don't think that it's a good technology anymore. For some situations, yes, but now that they also don't trade well against anything anymore, just don't take it anymore. They get another thing going, yeah. More algae, more populations, more upgrades. And I think that this is a mistake on their part, because just upgrading your cities is very expensive. Here they go, they have created another land bridge. Upgrading your cities is really expensive, and they take a lot of new technologies as well that they don't need, in my opinion, to do it. They really shot themselves in the foot there. They keep the lead in terms of economy, but we are starting to get the lead in terms of units. If you take a close look at what I'm doing here, is just blocking off their movement with crabs. And this is what makes crabs pretty awesome, is that they can just stonewall anything. And with these sharks, they are good at just teaming up. If you have a lot of them, and that they are tanked by a crab, you can get some really good trades with them. But you just don't spam them. It doesn't work. If you can get quite a pack of them, but together with some other units, it works. But if you just spam them, they are just going to die by a boosted hex spot, which is, to remind you, a 3-star unit versus an 8-star unit. Not a good deal. They could have killed that shark. They do it that way. That works as well. They get another centipede. Really expensive, but it works. And if they can get another algae over here, they can walk all the way over here with all of their cities now having a function. Look at that economy though, 40 stars per turn. Actually insane. Some high level cities there. But looking at the units, they have a lower amount of high impact units, whereas we have a higher amount of low impact units. And I always favor to have more units than my opponent rather than fewer. In this situation, especially against Samanti, you just need units. You just need them. And you can tell, by the way, I get my first Yelly over here, which is much better than it looks against Samanti for a reason. We'll see why in a second. I think it is over here now. Nope. They go for that kill. Boop. It just dies. This thing has kill aura on it, man. It's hilarious. Love that so much. They get another centipede, by the way, which is actually insane. This player went hard into upgrading their cities. I don't think that that's the right play in this game. Yeah, here I get going on this front, which should be my focus point, together with this part over here. And you can tell that I'm doing pretty well on that, just by the fact that they aren't sieging any of my cities yet. And if we are not getting sieged, that means that we are still doing well. Kill some more units. Just making more units of myself. And even though they are in the lead a lot in terms of economy and, well, a lot of things, we just have more units. And it's getting pretty close to an end here. Even though they seem like they are doing very well with all of their technologies and their good economy. Look at this. So many things. So many research things all over the place. Compare that to this. I just have one double branch and some simple starting text, and it works. They kill the shaman with the shark, and these Yellies are doing a great job at keeping off their advances here. Together with the sharks, if you can team up a lot of sharks together with some other units, you can do a lot of stuff. And my opponent gave up here, which I get it. I have more and better units than you, and your shaman is gone. And I think that this was a pretty good showing of how to actually play Aquarion with the new update, rather than me just throwing stuff into the ocean and trying to make it work. I've been training a lot of games to get this game going, and you can tell that I've increased my knowledge about all of it. Maybe I will get some more videos going on Aquarion on how to actually play them, but if you let me just let this video roll out here. I think that Aquarion in general just still needs a small buff, because it's just not doing as well as it should be on the water map. I think them starting with some technology, I don't really care what it would be. Maybe let them start with, I don't know, waterways. That could be pretty good. That could be pretty good. Or maybe aquaculture or marine life. Get them sharks going, you know? I'm just not too sure about all of it. But I think that I love the update. I just think that there's some more tweaking to go. And I hoped that they would do that before releasing it, but they didn't, which is pretty sad. And yeah, but still, I enjoyed this game a lot. There's a lot of stuff to learn. Also, take a look at their elo. Dang. That's a lot of elo. Name I can't pronounce. Ends with a 4. You played pretty well though, gotta say. I really enjoyed our game, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. And I hope to see you in the next video. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, of course, if you are excited to see the Polytopia battle as well. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.